Providence Funeral Home penalty kill here in the final 2 minutes of this first. Off the draw, Firkus, right circle, scores! Well, that did not take long. Seconds after Shawn Flanagan took the high sticking penalty. Ambrose Firkus in the right circle wires it over the blocker side of Chad Katner. Power play goal for Firkus. Back-to-back games with a goal. It's 1-0 with 1:47 to go for West Kelowna.
Yeah, another late goal given up by the Vees in this first period, and Firkus just gets it at the glove side circle of Katner and goes over his blocker and in on a suspect penalty. It looked like Lloyd went down pretty easily, but nonetheless, very quickly, the Warriors attack, and only the second goal given up by the Vees in these playoffs on the penalty kill.
18 minutes and 13 seconds should be the time of the goal for Ambrose Firkus. He scored last night, and Firkus now in the playoffs has 6. At center, Soloway back 5-on-5, dumps it in on Briggs, took a healthy hit from Hochhausen in the blue line as his head was down. Briggs holds it with 1:25 to go, so the power play wastes little time there, and or those ticky-tack penalties you hate being scored on, too.
Yeah, it was. It was just a high stick behind the play. One of those things that you really don't want to see, and it ends up burning the Vees here.
Turned it over. Right. Could be a 2-on-1. On right wing, Siemer walks in, has it, centers it, back in front. Mellor scores! A broken play and broken heart. Mellor ties the game at 1. 18:46 to go in this second. The Vees have leveled it.
And I think this is the rebound control that we were talking about with Tyler Briggs. Obviously, this one comes to his blocker's side. He's able to make the initial save, but Mellor comes by on the rebound. He's able to plot it, and Ben Mellor's been he's been a little quiet in his last few games. Hasn't got a point in the last 2 after having an extremely good first round against Salmon Arm, and he's able to plot a goal here and ties this game at 1 early in the second period, just what the Vees needed.
Sam Mellor at 1:13 of this, or 1:14 of the second period, gets his 3rd of the playoffs, 1st of this series, and the Vees have tied it. An early goal, as you mentioned, and a big one for the Penticton Vees. Shoots off the stick of Katner and back on the Vees left wall. And now fired by Murphy to center for Siemer. In on left wing, pass in front, they score! Brad McClure on the back door and a late breaking 2-0. From the penalty box to the back of the net. 2-1 for the Vees with 13:28 to go.
This is really blown coverage by the West Kelowna defenders. I believe it is below us of Zarasen, who pinched up, and a much faster Siemer and McClure come in on with a lot of open ice to work with. And a 2-on-0. Siemer looks like he's going to shoot, and it ends up working in the Blaze. And it ends up working in the way of the Vees as a pass to the middle for McClure, who has a wide open net and puts it in.
Just as the power play expired, it's going to be Brad McClure getting his goal. 3rd straight game with a goal for him, and now off the face-off, Siemer raced down and took a shot on right wing, covered by Briggs. Time of the goal at 6:32, McClure from Siemer and Wade Murphy, it should read. And the Vees now have back-to-back goals to start this second period for Brad McClure. Goal number 5. And a 3-game goal streak for him. 25 to go second. Vees have goals 5 minutes and change apart. They're up 2-1 off the faceoff. Comes back in front. They score! DePourcq pokes it through the legs of Tyler Briggs on the scramble. It's 3-1 with 11:17 to go. Good work between Josh Blanchard and Cody DePourcq. And the Penticton Kids come to Vees up by a pair with 11:17 to go.
Yeah, just watching this play transpire in the West Kelowna end, and really, it's just a lot of white jerseys not really doing a whole lot in front of the net, and it's ending up with the Vees outwork them in front of the net. DePourcq, Blanchard, and Blanleil. Blanleil actually ends up in the net after the goal, so DePourcq's got the goal and makes it a 3-1 game.
8:43, just 2 minutes after the goal by Brad McClure. DePourcq's 1st of the playoffs, finally rewarded for such strong play. And it's now 3-1. Time of that goal, 8:43. 3-1 for the Vees, 11:05 left in this second. A lot of Vees fans here making a lot of noise. What a surge here for the Vees midway through this middle stanza. Center off the stick of Lloyd, high in the air. Bounces in the zone, and Briggs stops Murphy, and then he goes crashing on top of the goaltender. French does not like that. And it looks like Wade Murphy, a little overzealous there, hurdling Tyler Briggs. French took exception to it, but Murphy will get the penalty, and you can't argue that one with 3:34 to go.
Yeah, not at all. Wayne Murphy didn't really make an attempt to stop before he went into Briggs, so Murphy's going to go for goalie interference. That is the right call, and the Warriors to the power play. We'll see what they can manage here.
Warrior right corner, Murphy after it, kicks it back on the right wall for Siemer, touched it back right point to Haas, has room, cranks it up, shoots it, scores! Tipped in front, Sam Mellor, second of the game, 4-1 for the Vees with 1:07 to go.
This is just a phenomenal tip by Sam Mellor, standing right in front of the net and coming off of a big penalty kill for the Vees that saw Ambrose Firkus almost come in with an opportunity to really cut into the Vees lead. It would have been 3-2 if he scored that goal, and Mellor's got his second of the night. And just a play that goes to the front of the net. There it is again. The Haas just shooting it to the front of the net. Mellor gets the tip, and it goes barred down on Tyler Briggs. The Vees have erupted for 4 goals in the second period and made it a 4-1 game.
18:53, Mellor's second of the period. Fourth of the playoffs from DeHaas and Siemer should score. We'll wait for the official announcement. And the Vees are up 4-1. And that was after that flurry of activity. Again, another goal right after a West Kelowna power play. Up top, Zarazin again. He shoots, blocked by Wade Murphy. So they chip it out at center around Zarazin. And they tie each other up. A foot race goes to the right circle, and Zarazin wins it back in his corner and gets away from Murphy's forecheck. Brett Zarazin, left of center for Lloyd. Through the middle now, nicely for French. Has Basara in the right circle. He scores! 5-hole on Chad Kettner. The Vees were caught on a change, and it's now 4-2 with 14 and a half to go in the third.
Yeah, I saw the move by Marcus Basara. It was a nice one. He got fed nicely and moving down on his right wing, and he's able to move into the nice fake, and Chad Kettner leaves the 5-hole wide open, and Basara sees it when he moves on in, and he's able to put his backhand right through the legs of Kettner, and we'll see what happens here. This could be a big boost for the Warriors now, 4-2. It's a 2-goal game, and this is having signs of possible game ones again for the Vees.
Marcus Basara is fourth of the playoffs, first of this series. At 5:31 from French and Lloyd on a bad line change for the Vees. As you mentioned, Kettner a little caught out of position as well after he was so good on that penalty kill earlier. So power play goal for West Kelowna, now an even strength goal in the third. Now Gayle. He'll play pass with Monk, and now they'll trade positions. Pope walks to the high slot, drops it off for Plant. Back on the wall to Monk at the goal line, centered! They score off Kettner and in! He almost stopped it, but it's in by Pope, but it's a 1-goal game with 13:07 to go.
Well, this is just a nice play by the Warriors, really. They ended up getting a lot of good passing on this play, and Pope's the trailer. He ends up coming in and getting the goal, and worked out. I think the Vees are going to have to put a lot, I think the Vees are going to have to get some pressure on them now. 2 quick goals by the Warriors in this period. All of a sudden, it's a 1-goal game, and the Vees have kind of sat back with that 3-goal lead, and that feeling that you get right now, it's not a good one. Vees have got to push the pace.
It's going to be David Pope, his third goal in his last 2 games, off the pad on the blocker's side at Kettner on the backdoor pass from the right corner at 6:53. And it's now just a 1-goal game. The Vees reeling here right now after in cruise control to start this period. It's not a good start, really. And now Edder to hold it in on the half wall for French. 5.5 to go. Circles into the wing. He scores! Drifts it over the shoulder of Kettner for the right circle on a knuckle puck. A 3-goal third period. West Kelowna never say die. It's tied at 4 with 5.5 to go.
I think this puck might have hit Louis Nanny, who was trying to block the shot, and it was right from the angle where I could see it. French takes the shot, and I think that's why it may have looked like a knuckle puck, is because it might have glanced off of Louis Nanny's shin pad and over the shoulder of Kettner, and if that wasn't a wake-up call for the Vees, I don't know what is right now. They got to get their head in the game a little bit here. 4-4. They got to start pressuring the Warriors hard.
Max French gets the goal, his first of the night, 7th of the postseason at 14:26. Can you say deja vu? 5.5 to go. Warriors up the face-up, bringing offside. I thought the Vees should have taken a timeout after the third goal because they haven't recovered. It was all in their zone there, and it's all West Kelowna right now. It's tilted. The ice is in the Vees zone with 5.5 to go, and they just saw a 3-goal lead slip away.
Yeah, they really got to settle themselves down right now. That 10-minute, or that 1-minute timeout obviously didn't settle it down enough. They got to take a one timeout or something.
They're announcing a goal by Max French. His first goal since game 1 of the series where he had 2. At center, man finds a loose puck.
Hochhausen against Mellor. Mellor taking it this time. It's scrambled in the circle. Stetcher can't find it. Anholt does. Hochhausen shot. Rebound. They score. Simmonds in front. And the Warriors live to fight another day on a broken play. 5-4 the final. We'll see you Thursday night at the SOEC.